Probably the greatest challenge to the commercial insurance recovery world, and I see this all the time with medical providers, is this tendency to not obtain the health insurance plan in order to know what the reimbursement is going to be, okay? But there's another major challenge beside that one that is very, very, very common, and I've seen everyone from surgeons to chiropractors to facilities be guilty of this. And that is, it's not one size fits all, okay? It is not one size fits all. So there's a tendency, and it's completely natural, to think commercial claims are the same. They're not. And here's what I mean by that, okay? There's a very complicated set of laws that govern commercial insurance. And it's a combination of federal law and state law. So there are certain healthcare plans that are governed by a federal law known as ERISA. And that set of laws has its own set of criteria that have to be abided by, because for legal recourse, you have to go to federal court, okay? There's a whole nother set of healthcare plans that are governed by state law, okay? Some are governed by both, but some are governed by state law. Now, within that realm of plans that are governed by state law, you have state employees, what are called state health benefit plans, and recourse on those plans has its own set of procedures and its own forum where you have to get recourse. There are also two different forums for state regulated plans, depending upon whether it's an underpayment or whether it is a denial for some medical reason, a medical necessity denial, or something that's investigational or experimental, as opposed to just underpaying. So that's three forums at the state level. There's one forum at the federal level. And then now, if it's an ER claim, there's still yet another forum called the state ER arbitration process that grew out of the surprise bill legislation that was passed in New Jersey in 2018 and is now being passed across the country to govern the situation where it's a state-regulated plan and it's ER treatment. And even the federal government now is considering this surprise bill legislation. So between the what are now four forums on the state level, the forum at the federal level, it's not one size fits all. They all have different criteria and different requirements, and to navigate that is very, very, very complicated, okay? There are forms that need to be signed at the outset by the patient, and it depends on which carrier they have. So Horizon has its own form, Aetna has its own form, Cigna has its own form. If it's a state-regulated plan, there's even an additional form that needs to be signed. All of this is very, very complicated. I don't blame medical providers for throwing their hands up and saying, what the heck, this is just too much intellectual energy. I'd rather be operating on patients. I get it, I understand that. We help you navigate that, and we actually have a legal service that is dedicated to that very thing. So give us a call here at Callagy Law. Commercial insurance is a very, very complicated, nuanced labyrinth of choices and dilemmas and frustrations, and we're here to help you get through that. I'm Tom LaGreca here at Callagy Law in Paramus. Give us a call.